Welcome again. Welcome to my YouTube channel E-GeO. Everything is Geography. Now we are going to do another case study on effects of a volcanic eruption. Effects of volcanic eruption. Whenever a volcano erupts, it causes a lot of disruptions in daily life. It causes disruption in the the system which exists over there or various systems it affects. Same way, 18th May 1980, when Mount St. Helens was erupted in North America, it has also caused a lot of disruptions. So we are going to talk about what are the effects. Now, as far as case study is concerned, you know that you need to have three ideas, evidences, and proper explanation, right? So I'm going to, there are lot many effects of these eruption, but I have combined all these effects into three main categories, right? So let us see that what were the effects of the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980. So as you can see, I have divided this into three main ideas, right? These are the effects of the eruption, right? Now, before we go into go to discuss these effects, let us come back to the cause first and then we'll do the effect. So what was the cause of this eruption? Mount St. Helens was erupted due to a conversion plate boundary formed by John D. Fuca and North American plate, right? John D. Fuca plate subducted under North American plate, which has created innermost heat and pressure, resulted into the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980, right? After the eruption, what happened? Or during the eruption, what happened? After the eruption of St. Helens, what were the effects? So the effects are classified into three categories. I have divided it into the effect on communication and transport network, effect on vegetation, crops and animals, and effect on vehicles and electrical appliances. Because if you will do research on Mount St. Helens, you will find this information which is clubbed as one idea only, right? I have divided it into three different ideas. So let us look at the first idea. First idea says that due to the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980, it had impacted the communication and transport network of the area around Mount St. Helens in North America. Okay, because 15 centimeter of ash fell in the region around Mount St. Helens. There was a layer of 15 centimeter of ash, and due to that, a lot of traffic, a lot of highways and airports were blocked because flights were not allowed, flights were cancelled, highways were having ash dump, and that's why highways were also not used. Okay, so let us look at the first one, disruption of communication and transport network, because 15 centimeter of ash fall was witnessed, registered in the region. Okay, so first of all, what happened? Whenever a volcanic eruption took place, you know that ash comes out with different type of gases. So it will cover the sky. Now during this time, the visibility becomes very poor, right? And because of poor visibility, flights are not allowed because there could be accidents. That's why what happened, due to the eruption of this volcano, Grand Country Airport, Washington Airport and Portland International Airport was closed for a week. Grand Country, Washington and Portland International Airports were closed because there was ash in the sky. The visibility was very poor, right? Then telephone lines and electricity supply was also halted because in Rain Hill, Haddock and Billings, these are the three towns. Rain Hill, Haddock and Billings, three towns have witnessed that their telephone lines were not working and electricity supply was also halted because of the effect of volcanic eruption on the supply system. Highways were blocked. Interstate 90, this is the name of the highway, Interstate 90, which connects Seattle to Spokane in Washington, was closed for a week. For 1 week, highway number 90, Interstate 90, was closed between Seattle and Spokane because on the road there was ash dump, right? And that's why highway was blocked. So first effect is on communication and transport network. Airports, telephone, electricity and highways were completely disrupted. The services were disrupted at least for a week because of the eruption. Second effect of this volcanic eruption was on vegetation, crops and animals. So what happened? Within 30 kilometer of Mount St. Helens, trees were flattened because it was blasted off. So because of the force which it has generated, the trees were flattened within the range of 30 kilometer. That was the radius, 30 kilometer radius. And around 100 square miles of the area become wasteland for some time because of the flatness of the tree. 90 square mile of the forest habitat around the Mount St. Helens, 90 square mile forest habitat was badly affected, in which it has killed around 7,000 animals. Approximately 7,000 animals were killed within 90 square mile of the volcanic eruption point. Crops like potatoes, apples and wheat were completely destroyed because ash fell on the crop. It has covered the crop, due to which the quality of these crops was completely destroyed. There was mud flow because during the Mount St. Helens eruption, there was also early in the morning there was an earthquake. 5.1 magnitude earthquake also caused came in the region. So what happened? Due to that, there was landslide and avalanche. Okay, avalanche, landslides and pyroclastic flow, all at a time, which has resulted into mud flow. So because of that mud flow, the mud was deposited in nearby rivers and lake. One of the example of the lake is Spirit Lake. Spirit Lake is located near to the St. Helens, and because of mud flow, the entire lake was filled by mud, due to which around 12 million salmon, that is a type of fish, 12 million fishes were killed because of the mud flow. So this were the effects on vegetation, crops and animals. Second idea. Third idea is effects on vehicles and electrical appliances. Now see, this is a different kind of effect. What happened? The oil supply system, because earthquake and volcano both came together, so oil supply system was halted because somewhere the pipes might be bent, right? And that's why the oil supply system was halted, and it was also contaminated by ash. The ash clogged the air filters. Now this industries uses lot of air filters. Those air filters were clogged because ash has covered those air filters. So air filters were clogged, and there was short circuit in some of the electrical transformers. Short circuit in some electrical transformers, and due to which there was power cut and blackout for some days. Due to the failure of the electrical transformers. Why transformers were failed? Because of, again, ash, right? And the sewage disposal system of Moses Lake and Yakima, these are the two smaller towns located near Washington. The area located in Washington were also blocked. Why it was blocked? Again, because of ash. So you can see that most of the disruption was caused by ash, right? Now sometimes we usually say, when we teach this kind of topics, students usually ask that how ash can affect this kind of. But you see here that how Mount St. Helens is affected. Most of the things are connected to ash only, right? So this is how you have to write down these three ideas as effects of the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980. Okay, clearly it is divided. Effect on communication and transport network. The examples, names of the areas are also given here. Okay, like the airports were closed, highway was closed. These were the towns where electricity supply was halted. The interstate highway 90 was also closed for a week, right? And the cities which it connects. So here we have the idea. Idea is this. Within explanation, you need to mention these examples to prove the point. Disruption of vegetation, crops and animal. Here we have mentioned here that 30 kilometer of the area was trees were flattened. 7,000 approximately 7,000 animals were killed. Potatoes, apple, wheat. Spirit Lake was filled by mud. Killed 12 million salmon. These are the example. Okay, so idea, an example, explanation, everything is given here. You just need to put it over there as your answer. Third is effects on vehicles and electrical appliances. Because of ash, air filters were clogged, electrical transformers were experienced short circuits, due to which power cuts and blackouts were experienced in some areas. Sewage disposal system of Moses Lake and Yakima in Washington was affected because of ash, right? So these here you may find that there are the ideas are given there, and within the ideas there are evidences been given, because the case study says that if you want to get 7 out of 7 mark, it means that if you want to write a level 3 answer, level 3 means 7 out of 7 marks, you need to have 3 ideas and with evidences. So these are the ideas are already here. You just need to put it up in the paper in a proper format. You'll get 7 out of 7 marks. So this is all about the effects of Mount St. Helens volcanic eruption on nearby the area, around 90 square mile kilometer, how it has affected the area. Okay, so this is all about the case study on effects of a volcanic eruption. Remember, name of volcano is Mount St. Helens. It was erupted in 1980, and here you can see all the 3 main ideas which describes the effect. Okay, I would like you all to share, subscribe and like my videos on my channel E-GeO. Everything is geography. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you all.